You know what I hate about robot vacuums? The fact that they have tiny bins that I have to clear out all the time. Why? Because my house is big. Also because Elaine keeps collecting animals like Pokemon. A lot of bulu, you know?
What the?
Today I'm reviewing the new Tapo RV30 Plus from TP-Link that automatically dumps out its bin so that you can goyang kaki like a boss. But boss kur, is it any good? Should you hashtag cheap buy it? Let's get sucking. Beat nerds, Mr. Math, you know how we do. Sucker boom. Full disclaimer, TP-Link did send this robot over for this review, but as usual, we do reserve our right to an unbiased opinion. Also, if you're interested in buying this robot after watching this video, then feel free to use the links in the description, as it will support us to make more videos like this but won't cost you anything extra. Anyways, the Tapo RV30 Plus sits at the top of the range for TP-Link robot vacuums. And to find out if it's a good buy for you, I'm gonna help you answer these 4 questions. Number 1. Is it easy like a Sunday morning? The RV30 Plus looks pretty minimal in its black and white design. It's mostly plastic but still feels pretty sturdy and comes with an auto-empty dock. Now TP-Link also released a non-plus RV30 that does not come with the dock, but otherwise they are pretty much identical. On top of the robot, you get 3 buttons with an LED indicator for battery levels next to a LiDAR sensor that you don't get with the lower-end RV10 models. There's also a power button on the right next to the detachable dustbin water tank combo unit, but everything else like the brush roll and side brush are only accessible by flipping the robot over. Everything actually came pre-installed and ready to go out of the box except for the mop cloth that actually just clicks into place. They have also included a bunch of spare parts, but for the full list of accessories in detail, feel free to check out our unboxing video linked below. All you need to do is hook up the dock to charge the robot, fill up the water tank, install the Tapo app on your phone and follow the step-by-step instructions to set it up. You don't even need the manual, honestly. The dock outputs 24 volts and 1.5 amp, which will take about 3 to 3.5 hours to charge your robot from 0 to 100%, but you only need to get it about 30% before it allows you to update your firmware, which you should, before setting the robot loose in your home. The Tapo app has some pretty useful features like creating smart maps to send your robot minion to clean specific areas of the home, which is very good for you messy eaters. You can also set virtual boundaries to prevent your robot from entering some hazard-full no-go zones like our studio, where the C-stand and tripods and cables are just sitting everywhere. For bangsawans who live in multi-floor homes, it can even save individual maps per floor. Number 2, you can customize your cleaning settings like your vacuum strength, cleaning times and areas, as well as water level for your mopping. Very useful for catering to different regions of the home that may have more or less foot traffic, like clean harder in the kitchen because it's dirty, and curi tulang a bit in the corridor and guest room because nobody go inside. Number 3 is setting schedules for your robot's routine based on your daily living habits. Let's say you want it to clean daily every morning on weekdays at 7 AM, but in the weekends you're a bit lazy, you want to sleep in. You can set it to start later, or you can set it to actually do another pass in the kitchen after you're done cooking because you're very messy. Overall, for the design, build quality and user experience, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Number 2, does it suck? On paper, the RV30 Plus has an impressive 4200 Pascal of suction, which puts it close to some robots even more than double the cost. Also, with a 330ml dustbin and a 300ml water tank, as well as a 5000 mAh battery that is rated to run for about 3 hours, it seems to be the perfect workhorse for medium-sized homes and also larger apartments. Based on my personal experience, the suction specs on a robot vacuum is only half the picture when it comes to its actual ability to pick up debris from a variety of different surfaces. There are also other factors like the design of the brush roll, the seal that it can create with the floor, etc. The best way to actually test it is to actually test it. I'm going to rate this robot's functionality based on 4 different categories. Number 1, sucking. Number 2, mopping. Number 3, noise levels. And number 4, smartness. In terms of sucking, It has no issues picking up most visible particles in one pass on hard floors, but it's going to maybe take one more pass or two for more difficult work like removing animal hair from high pile carpet, for instance. The side brush also does well enough to help it clean in tighter corners that it wouldn't be able to get into otherwise. For pure vacuuming, you will probably be able to clean up to 3,800 square feet as advertised. So for sucking, 9 out of 10. Next, let's talk about mopping. So it's not as good as something with an oscillating or vibrating mopping module, but the pressurized mop here still does a good enough job at wiping surfaces clean. To prevent corroding your water tank, I would just use water or check out the list of cleaning agents that are approved by Tapo. For water-only users, I still do some manual mopping maybe once a week, especially if your rug rats like to take stuff from the floor and stuffing it into their dodgeable faces. Also, the water tank is not large enough to cover as much ground as the dustbin, so 7 out of 10 for mopping. Noise-wise is a little noisy like my neighbor that is revving their engine in the default and balance mode, but nothing too obnoxious like my neighbor. If you want some peace and zen, just flip on the quiet mode and 7 out of 10. In terms of smartness with LiDAR and gyroscope sensors, the RV30 Plus maps out our studio pretty quickly and does a great job traversing the ultimate Beastmaster obstacle course up in here without bumping into too many things. So the IQ level is 169. I give it 8 out of 10 for smartness. Anyways, here's the full specs for the Tapo RV30 Plus in case you want to pause and have a read. Number 3, is it high maintenance? Now, a robot vacuum is only a convenience if it takes less effort to maintain versus whipping out the vacuum and doing the work yourself. One of the biggest issues I have with robot vacuums is how often you need to dump out their tiny bins, as mentioned in the intro, but the RV30 Plus's smart dock actually does it for you. So you just need to switch out the replaceable dust bag every couple of months, or more frequently if you nasty goreng. Of course, if you use the mop, you'll still need to pour out the water and wash the mop cloth after each use. Also, how often you need to clean the brush roll or side brush would depend on how much bulu you have to deal with. If you are botak, then probably never. If you are forever alone, then maybe once a month. If you are married and coupled up and have pets, then probably every couple of minutes. Every couple of days. Luckily, all the brushes are detachable, so just remove them and clean them with the included cleaning brush, which cleans the brush that you use to clean your home. Brushception. Guarantee less high maintenance than your waifu if you have one. So 9 out of 10, but you still have to manually remove all the bulu. They will make your life so easy one. Interesting enough, TP-Link has included a care and maintenance guide in case you Confucius, never played before robot, don't know how to do. The app even tracks your usage in hours to remind you when to carry out your maintenance. So please don't be so lazy and just do it if you want your robot to last and your house to be fresh. No matter what you're told, you're not a prince or princess. If you were, you would have servants. No need robots, right? Is it cheap buy or not? The Tapo RV30 Plus is priced at 1,799 ringgit. Considering the LiDAR functionality, vacuuming and mopping ability, as well as low maintenance, I would give it an 8 out of 10 in terms of value for money, so it sits snugly in the mid-range. Also, the replacement parts like dust bags and also the brushes are not too pricey. It's gonna probably cost you another 200 to 300 ringgit per year to keep things running like new. To recap, here are the pros, mess, and cons of the Tapo RV30 Plus. I give the Tapo RV Plus a hashtag cheap buy, no fuss, no muss, 8.5 out of 10. In a robot vacuum shell, the Tapo RV30 Plus is pretty smart with LiDAR, sucks well, doesn't need you to bend over and empty its bin every day, mops good enough, and comes with a good app feature set. In my opinion, if you have a medium-sized home between 2,000 to 3,000 square feet, then this is a solid option for you, especially if you're already using other Tapo products like their smart plugs, switches, and even motion sensors. And that is everything I have to say about the TP-Link Tapo RV30 Plus robot vacuum. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you thought this video was helpful, don't forget to like and share, and also consider using the links in the description to buy this robot if you're interested to support local. Also, to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that notification bell harder than you hit anything in your life. Again, my name is Bangsawan Shane, and I will see you after you go and follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram as well, because I forgot to say that just now. And I will see you in the next one.